taste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should.
Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not think affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and discontent, it is only a little regret. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture the strength of spirit to shield you from sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself for the night. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness, beyond the wholesome discipline. Be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe.
Yes. Good late evening, all my South Orange Maple listeners, and all those other listeners in the towns of Melbourne, Livingston, Irvington, West Orange, East Orange, Orange, and Newark. Welcome to the Village with Anselm Marjorie on the South Orange Maple online radio experience, and live on the World Wide Web on soulmore.org, and the only radio show covering all your news, opinion, politics, talk, and sports happening in the South Orange Maple communities. You can listen to us every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. and reach us at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626 to participate in the discussion. We have an interesting program lined up for you this evening, and we look forward to your participation in the discussion. Marjorie, welcome.
Thank you, Anselm. Welcome to you. Happy late evening. It's Friday. It's really nice out, and we should be out interviewing people, but here we are struggling with audio issues.
Yeah, I've been working at this audio issue. Trying to really, kind of hunker down and bring this. But, look, at least we up and we talking, So Marjorie, What?
How are you? What's going on today? What did you do today? You look like you didn't do anything. You look like you did nothing today.
I don't know. I tell you, I do so many things in a day. It's like 5 million things. I got to keep busy. Because if I'm not busy, then something's wrong.
Okay. Well, get it together, Anselm. You don't look like you did anything today.
I ran miles this morning, of course.
Of course. I mean, that doesn't count as if that's something to do.
So why don't we get to this break?
You want to get, which one you want? The ACLU, the breaking news?
Let's get this late
breaking news. The breaking news. Can you see? You want to look on my iPad?
Yeah, I'm good. Civil rights complaints challenging tracking discipline practices in South Orange Maple School District.
Uh-huh.
But this is the question. Why do we have to come to that? after we had that excellent article in the New York Times calling us Brooklyn West.
Well, you know what? I'm still insulted by the whole Brooklyn West thing.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to be Brooklyn West. I want to be Maplewood. And whoever did that obviously lives here, and they came from Brooklyn, and then they think that there's something great to say that you're from Brooklyn, okay? This is Maplewood. You're Maplewoodian now, okay? Just deal with it. I mean, it was a nice article, but it's like, it's increased the value even of my little slummy home, okay, Ansel? It's increased the value of my home.
I wonder about you. You missed the boat, man.
What do you mean I missed the boat?
You just missed the boat.
What are you talking about?
Your property has increased 1.5% due to an article in the
I know. I'm
York
saying
Times.
that's a great thing. Maybe I should sell my house and move to South Orange.
What is the matter with Brooklyn East, Brooklyn West,
No,
Brooklyn
I
South?
don't know. It's the
Benefits, benefits.
I mean, I don't know. It's just the sell. I looked at it. I read it. You get a little bit of the bustling and hustling downtown. Come on.
Benefits.
I did just drive through there. There are a lot of people outside. And I wondered maybe because the article said it was hustling and bustling. That's why so many people were out. But it's a beautiful town. I love where I live.
Yeah, I mean...
But what does that got to do with this article? So, as my son said to me one time, beneath all the luxury, there is still some scum. So, beneath all the beauty on the outside and the Brooklyn West issue, or, accolades, there's still something seedy going on, at least according to those who have put forth this lawsuit, sponsored by the ACLU.
So give people a little synopsis while I post it on Facebook, of course. A little synopsis of this article.
Well, the article claims that African American students are disproportionately suspended from school and tracked into lower levels. I believe I read, and I'm not looking at it, but I did just read it, 70% of white students are in the higher level classes, and 70% of black students are in the lower or regular level classes. Mm-hmm. And I guess the ACLU is going to dig into this. I believe the article is calling for some kind of support mechanism to end this kind of tracking. Some may call segregation. Are you still posting? Do you want me to read the article?
Yeah. Read some from the article because I'm just posting it to Facebook right now.
Groups. Breaking news. Groups file civil rights complaint challenging tracking and discipline practices in South Orange Maplewood School District. This came out today. Civil rights organizations filed a complaint late yesterday with the Federal Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights, urging an investigation into New Jersey South Orange Maplewood School District practices of tracking and school discipline that affect students differently based on race and disability status. The complaint was brought by the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, of New Jersey, and the Center for Civil Rights Remedies of the Civil Rights Project at UCLA. The groups charged that the school district's tracking and discipline practices disproportionately confine students of color to lower-level classes and punish students of color and students with disabilities to a greater degree. These problems, quote, are all too common in school districts across the country, and the numbers in South Orange Maplewood are particularly troubling, said ACLU New Jersey Senior Staff Attorney Alexander Shalom. We've been meeting with officials from South Orange Maplewood in the hopes that they will address this issue and become a partner in building a more democratic, equitable learning environment for all children. The complaint, brought under Title 6 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, outlines the disparate impact wrought by the district's policies and recommendations to remedy the inequalities in the school system. It says that the policies in practice and effect impact different populations unfairly, even if those policies have a neutral intent. The South Orange Maplewood School District is among New Jersey's school districts with the highest racial disparities in tracking and student discipline. While white students make up slightly less than half the student body, 70% of the higher level classes are filled by white students, while 70% of the lower level classes are filled by black students.
Okay, so I have been on this kick ever since the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience started. And mind you, I don't have any kids in the school system. You don't have any kids in the school system. So you got to really love where you live in order to fight for equality. Now, in the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago, there is a sentence that says every creed and race should find an equal place.
Right.
Right? And we know for a fact that every creed and race was not finding an equal place at Columbia High School. And it's unfortunate, very unfortunate, that we have to get to this, where we have to get a lawsuit by the ACLU. So, you know, if you think Nicole Default was bad,
I'm going, yes.
this is even worse. This is worse than Nicole Default. Because Nicole Default only not making it a small thing, but it was 5 kids involved.
That we know of.
That we know of. But in this...
So you're saying by proportion, because there are more children that are harmed, this is a bigger harm.
This is a bigger harm.
Well, I don't know. We could say one harm is bigger than the other.
Of course.
Well, this could have been going... I mean, apparently this has been going on for decades, according to this suit. Or, I don't know about decades, but for many years.
In addition to that, there are those who are not in the school system and have gone on to college who have been harmed as well. And there are kids who have left Columbia, kids of color, gone into college, and you know what they did? They dropped out of school.
And you're assuming that they dropped out of school because they were in the so-called non-AP or honored level classes?
No doubt about it.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, I
think that's a stretch.
No, I know the kids. I'm not talking...
And so you're saying that kids that you know,
some kids that I know
were placed in lower tracks and never finished college as a result of that.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I guess we could find the rates of retention in college, and these are statistics that are readily available somewhere if one of us wants to look for them.
But you got to
tell us how the retention rate.
You got to find out what track they were in.
Well, have you ever seen Chris Thorne's documentary?
No.
Chris Thorne did a lot on leveling in the community. He did a lot on leveling, so...
But he's
a young activist who helped spark a whole little revolution at Columbia in his own right, so... let me finish the article.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. Another schools. Based on... Researchers know 2 things. Tracking provides no concrete benefit and even harms students, and out-of-school suspension should be treated as a last resort because of its disruptive effects on both children and the learning environment, said Courtney Bowie, an attorney with the ACLU's Racial Justice Program. The small investment of time and resources for South Orange Maplewood to overhaul these 2 conventions will pay off in the form of more engaged students who perform at higher levels than their peers in other schools. Based on the same data from 2011 to 2012 school year, black students had a 15.9% chance of being suspended compared to the overall suspension risk of 10.7%. Black students were also more than 4.5 times more likely to face out of school suspension than their white peers, while Hispanic students were slightly more than twice as likely to face out of